Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zane's Other View. This video is on, I'm connecting this video to Miss Jade, who is from Sing to Be Original. And, you know what? I can understand why Miss Jade didn't connect my last video. She probably didn't agree with it. It's cool with that, because not everyone agrees with your opinion. And she's not a disrespectful lady. She didn't curse me out or anything. And you watching this, I thank you very much. You're a very classy lady. But this video particularly really hits home for me personally because Miss Trisha Paytas, if I'm pronouncing her name right, I hope I am. I've seen several of her videos. I don't totally agree with what she says, but she has perfect right to do her videos, and she's entertaining. When she has her opinions, some of it is agreeable, some of it isn't, like everybody else. But the thing that she just said, and I understand what Miss Jade had just talked about, worrying about what she just admitted. And it's not about her stripping. It's about her prostituting. In a sense, getting turned out, as some people will call it. Others having to sell your body. For me personally, the stripping part, I can understand pretty well, and I have also met some prostitutes in my life as a kid, because the way in New York is back in the 70s and 80s, it wasn't like you wouldn't eventually run into one that is a friend of the family. It was kind of crazy in New York at the time. It was very run down and things were not that great. For me personally, when it came to stripping, my ex-wife became a stripper by the late 90s into the year 2000s. And the one thing I like to say for someone who doesn't really understand what it's like to live and have someone who decides to go into stripping, or someone who already was a stripper and you're with them, this is something people don't understand. Stripping is no different than any job, and I'm sure a lot of people understand that part. It's the lifestyle after you're out of the strip club that makes it difficult to really relate to the person you're with or the people that you know. You can be a stripper and have a very clean, good lifestyle, but not all strippers are like that. It depends on their environment and the life they're living. When it came to me, my ex-wife, she was not satisfied with me. Not going to explain it all, and I'm not supposed to. With Trish, With Trish, I can understand why Miss Jade is very worried about her. The problem here is that this YouTube video, and I just checked out her her video. Sorry, a little congested. It's got about almost 35,000 views on it. Now, more than a few people, I'm sure, has basically downloaded this and saved this. Now, I saw most of the video talking about how her life was and how difficult it was, talking about a book, and I'm glad she's making one. Congrats. It's just that when you reveal something that deep on an open and free forum like YouTube, it does have a little bit of a backlash for you. Like for women who do porn, they're not bad people. I have met people in the porn industry, and they live good lives outside the porn industry. And there's some who don't. The problem is that you're now shown for as long as you live your body of work. And what Trish just did, Miss Trish, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful if she sees this. Miss Trish will be seen, and any man that she has a relationship with, if her friends look at YouTube, if it still exists in another 10 years or so, or 5 years or whatever, if they've seen her do this video and talk about prostituting, that may and will eventually come up for her family, if they didn't know already, a possible husband, and more than likely her children. If she has one child or 10 or 5, it will come up. Now, I can understand the reason she did this, and like I said, I've met people in this type of industries of porn, of stripping, and prostituting, and a lot of them will admit what they are, because it's not that they're proud of what they do, but they don't feel like they have to be afraid to say what they do. or had they done it, because there's some out of the business as well. I believe Miss Trish said this is because she's not into that. If she might have been addicted or not, and I don't believe she was. There have been instances that does happen. She doesn't show it. And I believe she just wanted to be honest to her fans and honest to herself. Now, for me personally, I would think that's a double-edged sword. I commend her for actually doing it. Not many people have the balls to actually do this. You don't want to admit that you used to be a hooker or a prostitute or got turned out, as some people are called. You want to keep that a secret because not everyone in society, particularly in American society, can truly handle that. They think, like for men, being a man myself and having that problem with my ex-wife where she used to say a lot of strange things to me. Like I said, it's not about the job. It's how you act outside the job that makes a lot of conflict for yourself. And not 100% bashing my ex-wife. I'm not. She decided to go and do this because she wanted to try and do something more for herself. And for me, this is what she told me. She wanted to make more money. At the time my wife had problems, she could not get a job because of some physical problems she had. So she wanted to try and do something to make some extra money for me and for herself and our son. And I was working already nearly 12 to 15 hours at one point on my job, but it still wasn't enough money. So she wanted to contribute. It wasn't the fact that she did what she did. It was the fact of her attitude afterward, because she just acted totally and completely dissatisfied with our relationship. And this is where it comes down to for anyone who's done these types of things. It's not your job. It's not that you did the job. It's your attitude after you've done the job and you go home or you're with your friends, or if you stop doing it, and how you present yourself afterward. And I can tell you very well, really with a lot of clarity, that I believe Miss Trish is being very honest about what she says. She just wanted to really let people know what she did, and it's going to be in her book. It's obvious that's going to be written in the book. And she just wanted to make it very clear, this was my life. And I didn't do always everything right, or I felt at that time that was the right thing to do, but I'm not doing that now. I'm doing something entirely different, and I'm proud of myself. But I can't hide what I did because I want to be honest to myself as a Catholic. That's all right. That's also good, particularly if she is a Catholic. She goes to confession, she's talked to her priest, and she's dealt with that. Or if she hasn't, still she leaves in the hands of God. I can say for Miss Jade, and she's already gone to strip clubs, and I can tell you, meeting people in porn, Miss Jade, meeting people who have been a stripper and a prostitute, counting on how Miss Trish acts, and I've seen some of her videos. I don't agree with all that she believes in, but I do believe that she's generally a very good person. You already know that. And I believe if there is some controversy for her, she'll figure it out. She will. And it'll work for her. And it's good that you care so much about her, that you really feel there is a saying that imitation is one of the greatest forms of flattery. And you do give off that type of hint of a Trish. But I do believe you also give off a better and more stronger person when you do your videos yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the Zane's View. If you choose to subscribe and comment to a wrestling channel, please do give me your comments below. And for Miss Jade, I hope you're doing well. I understand you didn't connect my last video. You didn't agree with it. That's cool. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you don't always agree with someone's opinions. But I can understand if you didn't like it and you didn't connect it. But I hope you did at least understand and at least respect my view about it, even if you didn't agree with it, as I respect yours. Have a good day.